Hi there, everyone. Welcome. We're glad you joined us for our presentation today. My name is Jennifer Music. I am a professor in public health sciences at Long Beach City College, and I have with me one of our peer ambassadors. This is Andrea Rodriguez. Andrea, would you like to say a quick hi?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. I'm a recent graduate from CSULB and glad you're here.
So I am also the liaison for the Link program, and Andrea is the peer ambassador for the Link program. And we are here to talk to you all. I'll go to the next slide. uh, about some transfer pathways and opportunities in three specific fields. So in particular, we will be focusing on the fields of nutrition, kinesiology, and public health or health science. And we will be discussing transfer pathways from Long Beach City College to two of the Cal State universities, Cal State Long Beach and Cal State Fullerton. In addition, we will be telling you about some services and resources both here at Long Beach City College and some opportunities at Cal State Long Beach and Cal State Fullerton. You will also get to hear from Andrea, who has recently graduated from Cal State Long Beach, and she will be providing some information about her educational journey and some tips for transferring. So a quick overview of today's presentation. I will be going over different transfer requirements and pathways for transfer. We will take a look at Cal State Long Beach and Cal State Fullerton at a glance. At each of those state schools, we will look at different degree options. We will be mentioning some upcoming events, and then you will also hear from Andrea again about her educational and career journey. And we'll finish up with some tips for those of you planning to transfer. Okay, so on this slide, you will see there are two possible ways to transfer. This slide, you'll notice, is specific to Cal State Fullerton. The orange boxes at the top, this is one pathway for transfer. You can take your major specific requirements and transfer that way. If you are interested in finding out more about that option, you can scan this top QR code. The second pathway is what we call the Associate Degree for Transfer, or the ADT, and I'll be talking more about that. If you are interested in that pathway, you will scan the lower code. And again, this is for Cal State Fullerton. You'll notice that the admissions deadline for fall 2025 is coming up. The deadline is December 2nd, and admissions deadline for spring has yet to be announced, but you can again scan the QR code for updates. On this slide, very similar to the previous slide, this one is specific for transferring to Cal State Long Beach. Again, two pathways. The first pathway, referring to the orange boxes, you can take your major specific requirements or required courses and transfer that way, or you can follow the ADT pathway, which is the Associate Degree for Transfer. And the lower QR code will provide more information on the ADT pathway. So a little bit more about what we call the Associate Degree for Transfer, or the ADT. This is different from the AA, or Associate's Degree, offered at community colleges. The ADT is major specific, and this implies that there is a similar corresponding major at the Cal State University. It says here, note, not every major at CSU LB or CSU Fullerton has an ADT. However, for the three majors we'll be talking about today, that is public health, nutrition, dietetics, and kinesiology, we do have ADT programs for all three of those majors here at Long Beach City College. If you decide you would like to pursue the ADT pathway, you would need to apply for this, and this is something you could do by talking to a counselor or going into the transfer center. The ADT does not guarantee admission. However, it does give you a little advantage by increasing your cumulative GPA by 0.1. So when ranking applicants, pursuing the ADT does give you a little bit of a bump up in your cumulative GPA. And now I'll be turning it over to Andrea, who will go over transfer admissions at a glance for the two Cal State universities.
Yes, thank you. So I just want to give a quick overview of the transfer admission from fall of 2021 data. This does really vary by year, just depending on competitiveness of the pool of applicants received. But programs like Link really aim to increase awareness of the requirements and resources that are available to youth students to successfully transfer to a four-year university. So for Cal State Long Beach, the College of Health and Human Services received 5,361 applicants, and then from those, 2,387 were admitted, and their average cumulative GPA was 3.37. That doesn't necessarily mean that there weren't people who were above that average or below, that was just the average GPA. And then for Cal State Fullerton, they received 1,112, 1,012 applications, and then from those, 681 were admitted with a cumulative average GPA of 3.29. All right, so next we're going to move over to degree options both at CSULB and then at CSU Fullerton. All right, so for CSU Fullerton, they do have an option for public health with a health education and promotion concentration, or you can also do public health and nutrition concentration. Where they also have kinesiology with a concentration in exercise science, teacher education, or general studies. Of course, other options are available, but those are just the following that we will cover today. And then I would also like to note that students at CSU Fullerton do automatically come in as general studies. And then from there, students can select electives to tailor their curricula and then also choose a concentration. And there are minimum GPA requirements for that. All right, and then for CSU Long Beach, these are the following degree options. So they do offer family and consumer sciences with an option in nutrition or food science. And then, or you can also choose the dietetic program in dietetics, which is really the path for a registered dietitian nutritionist. And then we also have health science, of course, with an option in community health education. And then lastly, they do offer kinesiology with an option in fitness or exercise science as well. All right, so now we're going to go over discussing career options in these fields. So first, we're going to start with public health or health science. These are just some of the career options. So students who are interested in community service, health environments may find a major in health science a means to achieve these goals. And it really focuses on more of a preventative and an ecological approach to health and safety, and really attempt to provide students with the skills and the knowledge necessary to understand health promotion and general health and well-being. So those who are health educators, epidemiologists, community health workers, patient navigators really focus on community health and really focus to enhance their well-being. And then there's also safety and occupational health specialists focusing on safety on job sites as well.
Great. And before we go on to the next slide, just to add on to, as Andrea was saying, these are just some of the options. Public health is a very wide and diverse field, and there are many, many other options available.
All right. And then for those who are interested in nutrition, dietetics, and food science, this really focuses on the food science portion, agricultural science, aspects of food safety, food processing. You can also help to develop food technology. So, those who are interested in those areas may want to consider careers in nutrition counseling, a clinical dietitian, a research dietitian, a food technologist, or a health and wellness coach to really focus on those nutrition aspects. That counseling one on one with the patient is an option, or for those who are interested in more of a research aspect, research dietitian would be a great way to go as well. And of course, there are other options not listed on here, as this is also a very diverse field, such as a food service director, nutritional therapist, or a quality assurance manager, food safety in the restaurant aspect, or food marketing as well. All right, and then lastly, we do have kinesiology. So exercise science professionals are really passionate about that physical fitness, sports, or athletic performance. They work in physiology, biomechanics, motor control and learning, and really help to improve that cardiovascular function and overall human performance. So we have exercise physiologists, a personal trainer, a strength and conditioning coach, a health and wellness coordinator, or fitness specialist. So you can work one-on-one with patients to really help to promote that active lifestyle, increasing their physical performance, the strength, endurance, flexibility. This is also a diverse field like the other previous two mentioned. So other careers not listed do include an exercise specialist, a fitness director, and a program specialist as well.
Great. Thank you, Andrea.
All right, so we'll now go ahead and review opportunities for those who applied and received acceptance to either CSULB or CSU Fullerton. All right, so some recommendations for incoming transfer students and those who are interested applying. We really encourage students to visit their prospective campuses just to get a better idea and to feel of the school's culture and environment at each of the campuses. And this will really give you an opportunity to learn about the student services that are provided at each campus and really kind of get to see what campus life is there. You can get tips from faculty, advisors, and then also talk to previous transfer students. So that will really give you a unique perspective, really talking to a student who's been through um, that program or going to that school. And then this will help you to prepare for your student orientation, advising, and your registration date, registering for classes. And then also, both campuses do offer campus tours, of course, so really take advantage of those. And then CSU Fullerton does have Become a Titan Day, and then CSULB has Day at the Beach, where there will be lots of booths and services out available. If you have questions, you can go up to those booths and ask them and really kind of get to see a feel of the people there.
Great. Thank you.
All right. And then lastly, we do have an opportunity for those who are interested in Cal State Fullerton. The Health Education Pathways program is hosting a healthcare fair to really learn more about the programs and pathways there. So that'll be March 11th, 2025 next year. So if you want to take a screenshot of that and to say that, we highly recommend you attend. All right. So lastly, I'll be sharing my personal journey with you all. So like you, I was also a transfer student. I went to Ventura College where I was actually a pre-nursing major. And then I graduated in 2019 with my associate in arts in natural sciences or mathematics. But a little bit before I graduated, I did start to work as a CNA in a skilled nursing facility. And that really made me realize that I don't enjoy the clinical aspect of nursing. So with my track and major, I was able to transfer to CSU Long Beach just because I liked how diverse the campus was and felt that there was a lot of programs and opportunities and projects that I could join in on. It was also a little bit closer to home, so that was just important for me in my decision making. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I was excited to see this major was for me. And I'm glad it was the right choice for me because I just graduated in spring of 2024. So I now have my bachelor's in health science for community health education. Um, And then I also worked as a health technician shortly before transferring, and that made me realize I do like working with kids and that one-on-one aspect. So this kind of just goes to show that pathways are not always linear, and it's okay if that changes. I feel like the more you start to gain those experiences, you'll kind of get to see what's really meant for you.
Great. Thank you,
Mhm.
Andrea. And just to add on to that, I think students really appreciate hearing your story and your pathway and emphasizing that the journey is not always linear. You may change your mind along the way, perfectly fine.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
All right. So, a little bit about my training experience. I first started at the Center for Latino Community Health at CSU Long Beach. I was a Link Scholar. That was really the first time I ever engaged in research. We also did a leadership academy, which really helped with my leadership skills. I also attended workshops, on nutrition, disease prevention, professional development, and then got paired with my mentor, Dr. Johnson, in her heart lab. And that's where I began to do research for the first time. And then I was also an Andale scholar, so I continued doing research with my mentor in her heart lab, and then also did more workshops with the center. And then once the program was ended, I got the opportunity to be hired as a research assistant. So I still stuck with my research experience until I graduated. And this really gave me the opportunity to view different areas of public health, such as research. So I really appreciated that aspect. And was able to focus on a study that focused on discrimination experiences and health outcomes among African American women. So I worked a lot with data, recruitment efforts, doing intake exams, and then was given the opportunity to develop an abstract. So I worked with that with my mentor and another research assistant, and then was able to present those at two local conferences. So with the center, there's a lot of opportunities for students, and they really push you to be the best version of yourself. So I highly recommend if you're a student there that you look into opportunities there. And then that kind of also led me to internships. So a last component of my program was to do an internship. So I got paired with Puente Latino Association, which I was able to meet through my mentor, Dr. Johnson, and then also the North Long Beach Empowerment Coalition. So this gave me more opportunity to work in diverse communities. I got to work in the Latinx community with nutrition education classes, kind of more taking on the lead in those roles, and then also environmental efforts, and then also doing surveys to see. Um, assess like peace in North Long Beach. So that was a really great experience getting field work done. So it's very different when you're a student and you're actually in the field. So that really helped to gain more training experience for me. And then lastly, during my summer after I graduated, I was a UCLA public health scholar. So I was also paired for an internship there as well with the LA Public Health Department in the nutrition and physical activity area, where I was administering surveys to help assess a new nutrition initiative that the city was doing. I also got to work on a scientific poster and present that at the CDC conference in Atlanta, Georgia. So all of those experiences really helped me to push myself, because there was many times where I didn't think I was possible, but with my mentors, my cohorts, everyone really pushes you to be the best version of yourself, and find that sense of community that you're looking for. So I'm very, very grateful to those people.
That's such wonderful experience. All of those different programs and internship experiences just helps to build your resume, which leads us perfectly into the next slide. And you'll hear some of Andrea's recommendations. As you can see, getting involved
Mhm.
in different opportunities, taking advantage of opportunities, I think is one of her biggest
Mhm.
tips.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. So I'm going to leave you with my last tips and recommendations for you. So the first one is to really make those connections and find that sense of community. For me, as a first gen student, I was on my own for the first time, had moved out. It was really hard for me at first, but I feel like after making those connections with faculty, mentors, my peers really helped me to find that sense of community. So I really highly recommend looking into that for each of those campuses. And then again, looking into those supportive programs that really help you to achieve your goals and to help you grow. There's a lot of programs out there that do help underrepresented students with additional support like EOPS or TRIO and other resources on campus like the Transfer or Career Center. And then I would also meet regularly with an academic counselor just to make sure you are on track to graduate and to transfer, making sure you complete all your required coursework or if you have any questions about classes as well. And then again, I would work or volunteer at places that align with your interest or career. The sooner you get to, the sooner you start to gain experiences, the better, because then you can see what you like and what you don't like, and really get your feet wet and your foot in the door, and really get to meet new people as well. And then also have a financial plan. I know finances can be very stressful, but of course, looking into FAFSA, making sure you meet those deadlines of applying scholarships, paid internships as well can really help to fund your education. And then lastly, the hardest one for me, when I first started my journey was really getting out of your comfort zone. I think I was very timid back then and just like scared, but I kind of learned to say yes more and to just kind of jump in and take opportunities. And I know it's scary, but I feel like that really helps you develop and grow as a person. So even though it's scary, I still recommend it. So I wishing you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrea. So valuable to hear all of your recommendations. And I will just be finishing up by showing you a quick overview of some resources and services here at Long Beach City College. If you are not already aware of our transfer center, I highly recommend going to check out the transfer center. You can start with their website. You can also go visit them in person. They have a chat feature, remote services. They have so many workshops, transfer boot camps, online application assistance. They have recorded resources. You can go in and watch videos. They will help you evaluate your credits and your units to make sure everything is lined up for transfer. So please utilize all of these excellent services. Again, email, phone number, and website are listed here, or you can scan the QR code. Another fantastic service that you may or may not be aware of is our Destino program. And this program is geared for students taking STEM classes, science, technology, engineering, and math. And check out Destino's website as well. Just some of the services that they offer, career panels. Each semester, the Destino students take a field trip to Northern California to tour different colleges, financial literacy workshops, tutoring, academic success workshops, and mentoring from STEM faculty and success coaches. So the three majors we discussed today, public health sciences, nutrition, and kinesiology, all of those majors do require some science, but we have so many support systems here to help you. So please do not let the science requirements scare you off. And then just a quick overview of additional services. We have resources for just about anyone on campus. Our dream services provide support for undocumented students. We have support services for our international students, our veterans. Our Justice Scholar program offers support for formerly incarcerated or systems impacted students. LGBTQ plus resources and support, and then just general tutoring and academic success. Again, scanning the QR codes will take you to the website for more information. Once again, my name is Jennifer Music. I am the liaison, the link liaison between LBCC and Cal State Long Beach, as well as Cal State Fullerton. I am here for you. My contact information email is here. I am happy to speak with you uh, regarding your transfer process. My background, again, is in public health. So if you have specific questions about public health, I'm happy to speak with you. If you have questions about nutrition or kinesiology, I can refer you to the appropriate person. I've even had students uh, ask me to read over mission statements, letters of recommendation, things of that nature. So I am here for you if you have any questions whatsoever. And then Andrea?
Yes, if you have any questions, concerns, or just want to hear more about my journey, my email is open. You can take a screenshot right there. We do also have other peer ambassadors that are not here with us today. If you want to send them an email as well at either CSU Long Beach or CSU Fullerton.
And uh, one more tip that just came to mind before we close out. Please get to know your professors. There may come a time when you need a letter of recommendation, and most professors are happy to do it, but it is much easier to approach your professor if you already have established some type of relationship. So I just want to encourage you, reach out to your professors, visit office hours, get to know them just a little bit, and they will be very happy, I'm sure, to support you along your journey. If you would like to be on our email list to receive additional information, this is for the link program, and we will not be sending out tons of emails, but occasionally there are events that are related. For example, every spring, Long Beach City College has a public health fair. We will email you a reminder about the health fair at Fullerton College, and there may be some events at Cal State Long Beach that you might like to be notified of. So if you're interested, please scan this QR code and provide your information. And that concludes our presentation. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm trying to stop the recording.
Trying to remember where the button is.
Let's see.
Okay. I'll wait.